Hey guys, in this video we're gonna do a beginner flow. So we're gonna take it really nice and slow. We're gonna explore the sun salutation. We're gonna go over some of the warrior postures. So this is not gonna be an extremely exertive class. However, you will probably still feel it in your body. So enjoy, take your time, be mindful. I'll see you there. Namaste. Start with a comfortable seated position on your mat. You can be seated with your legs crossed or maybe on your knees. If you have a block or blocks, you can be seated on the blocks to bring your hips up, get a little bit more comfortable. So just get comfortable in a nice, comfortable seated position. Once you're comfortable, bring some attention to your sacrum. So sacrum is heavy. Then bring the attention to the crown of your head and just feel it rise up. As the crown of your head rises up, feel your navel moving in towards your spine. So abs start to tighten up a little bit while still being able to breathe comfortably. So it's a very light engagement that you're going to bring into your core here. As your core moves in, your chest starts to rise. The crown of your head keeps rising. And don't let your chin move up. Make sure that your chin stays nice and tucked while still having a comfortable breath. Hands can be either on your thighs, facing down if you want to feel a little bit more grounded. Sometimes just sitting straight like this can be a little bit uncomfortable. So what you can also do is you can round your fingers around your knees if you're seated in a cross-legged position and just lightly pull to bring your chest forward and bring your shoulders down and your back straight. Once you're in this position, let's just start to take a few conscious breaths. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Start to have just a nice, normal breath in and out through the nose. Feel the air coming in. Raising your chest, maybe expanding your belly and feel the air coming out, letting your chest contract slightly without rounding your spine. Make sure you keep your spine straight. Just keep feeling the effect on your body as the air comes in and moves out. Few more breaths. During this breathing, if it helps you to close your eyes, you can close your eyes and just start really connecting to all the sensations that are going on in your body. Whether you're really comfortable or maybe a little uncomfortable, just honor it, be present, be aware. Without judging it, there's nothing wrong or right. It's just what is. Just be with it. One last breath. Slowly start to open your eyes if they're closed, and we're going to start to bring a little bit of motion into the body. So on the next breath in, start to bring the chest forward and the shoulders back. And on the breath out, let the spine round, abs are tight. Inhale, bring the heart forward, start to arch the spine a little bit. Exhale, let the spine round. Two more times. Inhale, open up, shoulders move back. Exhale, shoulders move forward, spine rounds. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Come back to a straight spine. On the next inhale, bring the hands up above the head. And then on the exhale, drop one hand down to stretch to the side. Inhale, bring the hands up. Other hand comes down to the ground. Stretch over to the same side as the hand that's on the ground, and maybe even just look up a little bit. Feel the side stretch in your body. On the next inhale, bring both hands up. And on the exhale, bring one hand down behind your back and the other hand placed on your thigh. Make sure that your abs are tight, chest is high, and start to twist and to look back. Take one deep breath. And on the next inhale, come back forward, bring the hands up. And on the exhale, twist towards the other side. The other hand comes behind the back, so just switch sides here. You can be on the edge of your fingers. The important thing is that your back is straight. Inhale to come back forward, bring the hands up. On the exhale, let the hands come down to the ground and then just start to walk them forward a little bit. So as you walk them forward, slowly let your head start to come down towards the ground. The head is heavy. You can be on the tips of your fingers here or have the hands flat on the ground. And just take one deep, full inhale and one deep exhale. Slowly start to bring the hands back towards you. Unravel the spine. And then bring your hands on either side of your body. If you have your legs in a crossed position, just switch the placement of your legs. We're going to do that same sequence one more time. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, one hand comes down. Stretch towards that same side. Look up. Feel the side stretch on your body, and then inhale to come back up, and exhale to stretch on the other side. One hand comes down, one hand reaches over. Inhale to come up. Exhale, bring one hand behind the back, other hand on your thigh. Back is straight. One inhale to straighten the spine and one exhale to twist, look back. Inhale to come back forward, raise your hands up, and then exhale, twist towards the other side. One hand behind your back, one hand on your thigh. Back is straight on the inhale, and the twist gets a little deeper on the exhale. Bring your hands up on the inhale, and then exhale, fold forward, walk your hands forward, start to let your head be heavy, and take a nice full conscious breath in, and let it all out. Walk your hands back towards you nice and slow, and so you'll notice that your breath is going to be a very big part of this practice. You're going to want your breath to guide you. Give yourself a little push to come into a tabletop position. So next we're going to move into just a few cat-cow positions to wake up the spine a little bit more. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are hip distance apart, aligned underneath the hips. On the inhale, let the heart melt towards the ground, the spine arches, the gaze raises, and then on the exhale, bring your chin towards your chest, press into the ground, let your spine round. Inhale, chest comes down, gaze comes up, sit bones move up. Exhale, contract your abs as you round your spine, maybe contract inside the hips a little bit. Get nice and tight. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to move into a child's pose here. So bring your knees a little bit wider, width of the mat. Bring your toes together and let your sit bones move towards your heels. As your sit bones move towards your heels, then start to walk your hands forward a little bit to bring your forehead down towards the ground. Now your hands are pressing into the ground to move your sit bones back towards your heels. Keep your arms straight. Don't let your elbows come down. We're going to be active here a little bit. Even though your arms are engaged, your hands are engaged, breathe into your hips. Let your hips just release to let your sit bones sink back just a little bit more. And then let those hips open up. Forehead is on the ground. And then inhale, start to come back up, raise your sit bones, come back into a tabletop position. Once you're in that tabletop position, bring your hands forward about the distance of one hand, then bring your shoulders back over your hands. Start to bend the elbows and keep the elbows close to your body. You're doing a little push up here down to the ground. So you're resisting falling down to the ground. You're moving down nice and slow. This is a chaturanga, down towards the ground. Once your chest touches the ground, start to engage in the back. Just to raise your chest off the ground a little bit. Move your shoulder blades towards each other. Shoulders move back. Shoulders are far from the ears. We're here in a little baby cobra. The feet, top of the feet are pressing against the ground. Thighs are engaged. You're active here and you're breathing. There's almost no pressure in the hands. So you see, my hands can come off of the ground. What you're looking to do here is really bring your elbows in towards each other to really engage the back and breathe. Take one more breath in, try to raise up just a little bit more using your back muscles. And then exhale, bring the forehead down to the ground, bring the hands underneath the forehead. Take one full breath. Bring the hands back next to the chest. Elbows are above the wrists. This time, you're going to press into the hands to start to raise the chest a little bit more and hold here for Cobra. Again, you might feel this in your triceps. You should feel this in your triceps. And as you inhale, bring the chest forward, move the shoulder blades in towards one another. Exhale here. One more breath in. And on the exhale, come all the way down. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale to come up into Cobra. Exhale. Inhale. This time, start to raise your sit bones as your chest moves forward to come into a tabletop position. Move those sit bones back towards your heels to come into your child's pose. Knees can stay about hip distance apart. Forehead comes down towards the ground. It may or may not touch the ground. That's okay. Then raise the sit bones just a little bit. Tuck your toes. As you tuck your toes, start to press your hands into the ground. Start to press your feet into the ground and feel your sit bones rise and move back for your first down dog of this practice. Now, to warm up your down dog, this might be a little uncomfortable for you, especially if it's your first time doing it. One of the things that you can do is just pedal the feet a little bit. So bend one knee, straighten the other. Bend one knee, straighten the other leg. And just start to do that to feel your hamstrings warm up and stretch. Another thing you can do is to inhale and come into a plank so that your shoulders are above your hands and your heels are above your toes. And then on the exhale, just push your hands into the ground to move your sit bones back and heels towards the ground. Do that one more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, move back. Nice, deep, conscious breaths. We're going to take 2 full breaths here. You can keep pedaling if it feels good for you. And then come to a still down dog. Look forward, bend your knees, come onto the tips of your toes, and walk your feet towards your hands as close as they can get.
Now we're in a forward fold here. Bend your knees so that your stomach or your chest is touching your thighs. You're protecting your lower back as you do this. And just let your hands come towards the ground. Your head is heavy. Bend the knees as much as you need to so that you're not rounded in the spine here, but you're supported. Slowly bring your hands onto your shins. On your next inhale, do not move your legs, but feel your chest rise and your back straighten. Shoulders move away from the ears. Exhale, come back down, bring the chest or your stomach to your thighs. Inhale, straight spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, bring your back nice and straight. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, straight spine, shoulder blades move in towards each other. Exhale, fold forward. On the next inhale, start to rise up nice and slow. Take your time to come up and then bring your hands up above your head. And then bring your hands to your heart. Exhale here. Take 1 full breath. We're going to start doing some sun salutations. And then we'll bring it back down towards the ground. So inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees, bring your hands down to the ground. Hands on the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Move 1 foot back at a time for your plank. Now here you can have your option to have your knees on the ground or not. From there, Chaturanga, bend the elbows, bring the elbows close to the body. You can come all the way down to the ground. Inhale to come into your Cobra, chest rises. Hands press into the ground. Elbows stay bent. Exhale, raise your hips. Move your hips back. You can go through your table, curl your toes, and then raise your hips up for your down dog. 1 full breath here in down dog. And then look forward on your inhale. Bring your heels up. Bend your knees. Exhale, walk towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, unravel your spine, bring your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, hands to the ground, 1 foot back at a time. Find your plank. Option to have your knees on the ground. Exhale for your Chaturanga. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale, move into your down dog. 1 full breath. Inhale, look forward. Come onto the tips of your toes. Exhale to walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time, inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to ground. 1 foot back at a time, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Knees on the ground, always an option. Cobra on your inhale. Slowly move back into your exhale, into your down dog. Look forward. Bend your knees, come onto the tips of your toes, and then walk your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now, inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, just fold forward. Halfway lift again. This time, fold forward and just hang here for a moment. Again, knees are bent as much as you need to have your chest or your stomach against your thighs. Come grab the opposite elbows. Let your head be heavy. And then you can just maybe swing a little bit. Left, right, Really let that lower back relax and release. Then let go of your elbows, bring your hands down to the ground, keep the right foot where it is, move the left foot back, as far back as you can bring it, to then bring the left knee down, top of the left foot onto the ground. Now, if you have blocks, you can bring your blocks to either side of your foot here, underneath your elbows. Otherwise, just use your hands like Steph is doing. And bring your chest up on the inhale. On the exhale, bring your hips forward. So let your hips melt forward into the low lunge. Now you can either keep your hands towards the ground or press into the right foot to bring the hands up. So blocks can always be here to support you. Or you're in an active low lunge, Anjaneyasana. One more breath in. One more breath out to let the hips melt forward. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down to the ground. Curl the toes of the left foot, bring the knee up, and then step the left foot next to the right. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. This time, keep the left foot where it is. Bring the right foot as far back as you can. Right knee comes down. Top of the right foot comes down. Chest rises. Option to keep your hands on the floor on your blocks or to bring your hands up. Inhale. Exhale, hips melt. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hands rise, gaze rises. Exhale, bring the hands down, curl the toes of the back foot, raise the knee, walk the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands come back down. Bring the left foot back this time. Keep the leg nice and strong, nice and straight. This time, though, bring the heel down to the ground, and your heel needs to be at a 45-degree angle here. So the heel is going to be just a little farther back than the toes. Inhale to rise the hands up to find your warrior one. Shoulders are straight forward. The hips can stay open, as long as the shoulders are nice and straight. Take one breath in and one breath out. Abs are tight. One more breath in, gaze rises. Exhale, fold forward. Keep your legs as they are. Bring your hands down to the ground or on your blocks if you have them. And then start to straighten the right leg. As you straighten the right leg and come into pyramid pose, feel your hips start to straighten up. Your right hip is moving back, your left hip is coming forward. And on every inhale, feel your spine straighten. Every exhale, your spine rounds and head moves towards the knee. Take 2 deep breaths here. Start to bend the right knee. We're going to inhale to push the feet into the ground, bring the hands back up. And then exhale, come all the way back down. Walk the left foot next to the right foot. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to keep this motion, this mobility in the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Keep the left foot on the ground. Move the right foot back. Leg stays straight. Heel comes down at a 45-degree angle. Now, adjust your foot as you need. Maybe it comes in a little bit. Maybe it moves towards the outside of the mat for a little bit more stability. When you're ready, hands come up. Warrior one. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent, so the knee is right above the heel. Hips stay open, they don't have to come forward. You can bring them forward if it's comfortable, but what's important is that your shoulders are at the front of your mat. One more breath in, one more breath out. Inhale to gaze up. Exhale to fold forward, bring the hands down to the ground or on your blocks, straighten out that left leg this time, pyramid pose on the other side. Every inhale that you take, stretch your spine. Every exhale, feel the left hip move back as the right hip starts to move forward. Feel that stretch inside of the left hamstring. As your forehead moves towards your left knee, take one more breath in here. One more breath out. Again, inhale, straight spine. Exhale, fold. And then bend the left knee. Press the feet into the ground. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands come back down. Walk the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Keep the right foot on the ground. Move the left foot back. Inhale, hands come up. Warrior one. Exhale here. Just breathe. Stay strong. We're going to transition from a warrior one into a warrior two. So what you're going to do is align your left heel with your right heel. Your back foot is now at a 90-degree angle. And then bring both arms to each side of the body. Right knee is above the right heel. Shoulders are strong. The gaze moves towards the end of your right hand. This is an active pose. We're going to exercise this a little bit just by doing a little bit of motions with breath. So on the inhale, straighten your right leg and bring your hands up. Exhale, bend the right knee and bring your arms straight. Again, inhale, straight leg, arms up. Exhale, bend the right knee over the right heel. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, here. Now, inhale here, and on the exhale, we're going to windmill both arms down to the ground and then bring the left foot next to the right foot. Right foot moves back this time. Warrior one position to start. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale here. Start to transition, so align that back foot behind the heels are aligned. Back foot now is at a 90-degree angle. Arms are strong. If I were to place something on your hand, a cup of water, you want to imagine that you're holding that up with your hands. The shoulders are engaged. Inhale, straighten the left leg, bring the hands up. Exhale, come back into warrior two. Two more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Take a nice deep breath in here and then bring both hands forward onto the ground and right foot comes next to the left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, bring the hands down to the ground, one foot back at a time to find your plank pose. Option to have your knees on the ground. Chaturanga, bend the elbows, keep them close to the body, all the way down to the ground, and then bring both hands underneath the forehead. We're just going to rest here for a moment. Breathe. This time, slowly start to raise your forehead and bring your elbows underneath your shoulders for Sphinx pose. Now, the elbows are really aligned right underneath the shoulders, so they're bent at a 90-degree angle, and they're not too far out. They're close enough to each other that you could catch each elbow with your hands. Hands are forward, pressing into the ground, and as you press your arms and hands into the ground, your head rises. Your shoulders are far from the ears. As you inhale, imagine that space being created between your ears and your shoulders. And as you exhale, shoulders move back, heart moves forward. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Hands come back onto each other. Elbows move out. Forehead comes down to the ground. 2 breaths. Slowly start to bring your hands next to your chest. Press the hands into the ground to come into your cobra. Inhale. As you exhale, hips rise and move back into your child's pose. You can bring the knees nice and wide here. Toes are touching each other. Sit bones are moving back towards the heels. Hands are pressing into the ground. Arms are active. Forehead comes down to the ground. Take one breath in here and raise the forehead. On the exhale, just slide that left hand underneath the right arm. Palm of the left hand is facing up. Head comes back down for a nice little twist. Take one full breath in. One full breath out. Then press that right hand into the ground to rise and bring your left hand forward, and then twist onto the other side. One full breath in. One full breath out. Press the left hand into the ground. Right hand comes back forward, and then just slowly walk the hands back. And come up into a seated position, sitting on your heels. Bring your knees in towards each other. Let your sit bones come to one side of your choice, and then just bring your legs forward. Bend your knees so that your heels are on the ground and your toes are pointing up. And then take one breath in to straighten your spine here. On the exhale, start to fold forward and bring your arms underneath your thighs. Maybe you can catch your opposite elbows, maybe not. Maybe you're just holding your wrists. That's okay. The idea is to bring your knees towards each other. Straighten the spine. Take a deep breath, and then exhale to fold forward a little bit more and bring your forehead towards your knees. Breathe here. Feel the back opening up. And exhale. If this feels good for you, stay here. Otherwise, other option is to come grab the outside arches of your feet and start to just walk your feet forward a little bit, aiming to maintain that contact between your thighs and your stomach, or your thighs and your chest. Forehead is moving towards the knees. Paschimottanasana. 2 breaths. Slowly start to release, really nice and easily. Come back up. Hands come onto each side of the body. Knees bend. You can bring your hips forward and then straighten one leg at a time and just come down to the ground for a Shavasana. Start to just let your palms move towards the ceiling, shoulders release, feel your back sinking towards the ground. Back of the head is on the ground. Legs are relaxed. Your whole body releases. And just stay here for as long as you like to let your body absorb this practice. I'll see you on the next video. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos. I hope they've been helpful for you. If you enjoyed them, feel free to give a thumbs up and like the video. I'd love to know what you thought, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you feel like there's anyone else that could benefit from these videos and bring in this yoga practice into their lives, please feel free to share it. And if you'd like to be notified when we bring out some new videos, then just click that subscribe button to get a notification on all the new practices that we bring out. Thank you so much again. Namaste.